There are still more Premium Pack 2026 cards that have yet to be revealed, and today, some brand new fusion support has been added to that very same set. In fact, I believe there are still quite a few cards that have yet to be unveiled in this upcoming OCG set. However, before we get to that, I do want to announce a couple of things. First up, if you guys remember not that long ago, a I did card discussions on the Duels Box Prismatic Summon set, and over time I started to reveal the reprints for fusion summoning, for synchro summoning, and whatnot. Now we have the reprints for the pendulum summoning. So I'm going to reveal those to you guys really quickly, just off the side. So we have Magic Spectre Unicorn Kirin, Luster Pendulum the Draco Slayer, Ignis Phoenix the Draco Slayer, Dynamite Power Load the Draco Slayer, Majesty Pegasus the Draco Slayer, Performance Power Celestial Magician, Magic Spectre Raccoon Bambuku, and Paticel Coverture, I believe is how I am pronouncing it. But those are the reprints for the Pendulum Summoning. But enough about that. Let's now get into the new fusion support that has been added to Premium Pack 2026. And they're basically all fusion spells, pretty much. So, excuse me. So, first up, we have Thorn Fangs of Violet Prison. Excuse me. So there's the card, and it kind of looks like, you would think that it would look like a Black Rose card, but in reality it is actually a Predaplant. It's actually Predaplant support, and it says that this card is always treated as a Predap card. The effect reads as followed: target one Starving Venom Fusion Dragon you control. Destroy as many monsters your opponent controls with lower attack as possible. Then you can discard your entire hand, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster's total original attack. Also, the targeted monster cannot attack this turn. So this is basically Black Rose Dragon in the form of a spell. Like, you're literally wiping the entire board clean, with the exception of your copy of Starving Venom. You're ditching your entire hand, and you're dealing the opponent a shit ton of damage, which depending on how many monsters is on the board, and depending on the total original attack of all those monsters, this card can potentially threaten lethal. And if your opponent is like 300 points shy, if you're like 300 points shy of lethal, if you were to discard a card that lets you special summon a monster from your deck or something like that, you special summon it in attack position, bam, damage for game. Like, honestly, this is actually quite the game changer, to be honest. And funny thing is that it doesn't really have to be Predaplant support. You can literally use this in any deck that can bring out Starving Venom. Like you can use it in DDs, because I know that with my DD deck, my version, which is kind of similar, which is pretty much the exact same as Team Samurai X1's build. Shoutouts to him. My extra deck, I actually do have a copy of Starving Venom Fusion Dragon as one of my super poly targets, and I even also have this Predator Plant monster as well, which is yet another super poly target, which is actually kind of sick, kind of cracked. Um, so I am missing quite a few cards for this deck. Um, I don't even know if I'll be able to get my hands on everything, honestly. But I will say that that DDs, the new support that we got in Doom of Dimensions, has become very broken. I mean, come on. I mean, Queen. I mean, come on. Queen Machinax, Arc Crisis, which is literally a lethal, which is literally lethal damage. That's kind of crazy. That is pretty fucking crazy. But yeah, again, Thorn Fangs of Violet Prison, of Violet Poison, not Prison Poison. Um, Sorry if I got the words mixed up. You could literally use this in any deck. You can even use it in Black Rose as well, which is cracked. Um, next up we have, oh, this is gonna be funny, Penetration Fusion. Who the fuck came up? Who the fuck decided to add the word penetration to a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card? Who the fuck came up with that idea? Who? Just I want to know. Don't get me wrong, the art looks very unique, but who the fuck came up with the idea to put the word penetration in, on a Yu-Gi-Oh card? I would like to know. I would seriously like to know. Anyway, it is a quick play spell with the effect reading as follows. If a monster was destroyed by battle this turn, fusion summon a fusion monster from your action using monsters from your hand or field, and if you do against this effect. As a quick effect, you can tribute this card, then target a face-up monster you control. It gains 500. So hypothetically speaking, this is basically Flash Fusion, but even better. This is better than Flash Fusion, because with Flash Fusion, you have to destroy the monster during the end phase, which, I mean, it's not bad. Flash Fusion isn't a bad card. It can be used as a way to push for lethal if you know you have lethal. But for the most part, this is pretty much about the same. I would say this is about the same, but it's kind of niche. Also, it's a little niche in my opinion. But that brings us to the final card of the video. It is known as Surprise Fusion. And honestly, this actually looks kind of cool. I have to admit, whoever designed this art, they ought to deserve a fucking raise. Holy shit, that's crazy. It is a normal spell with the second effect being a once per turn. The first effect reads target one face-up monster you control and declare one type and one attribute. That monster becomes the declared type and attribute. Then you can fusion summon a fusion monster from action using monsters you control, including the targeted monster. Second effect reads, you can banish this card from your grave, tribute one fusion monster, and if you do, special summon 2 surprise tokens, which are Dark Spellcaster with 0 attack and defense with the same level. Okay, so this is actually kind of funny because because the tokens, they can be used for obviously they can be used for link summoning, which is kind of cracked. But what's cool about this is that you can literally use this card in decks like Dark Magician, decks like Blue Eyes, decks like Heroes as well, or just any deck that can abuse fusion summoning like it's nothing. Like, this card is actually kind of cracked. I will say, between all three, I think Thornfangs and Surprise Fusion are probably going to be two of the better cards in the set. Just because I feel like they have the potential to make fusion decks more powerful than ever before. Like 100%, 10 times better than we had ever expected. Decks like Cyber Dragon, it can is one deck that can abuse Surprise Fusion. As I mentioned earlier, Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, um, Red Eyes, if it ever got more new support, which we've been desperate for quite some time. Um, Predator Plants is another one that comes into mind. Gem Knights, if it ever became a meta deck again. There's quite a few out there. There are quite a few fusion based decks out there in the format. I wouldn't be surprised, but we will have to wait and see. But with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.